Hi, welcome to Pictures, Notes and Words. I'm Hedgy, and this is Mike.
I am Mike.
See, I got there before you had to say it. Mike's come back up. It's up to the space station yet again.
Getting them miles
punishment, so we can get your air miles.
Yeah.
So we can carry on working our way through. Sort of, this is another genre, and this is another genre, and this is different from the last one, and this one is certainly different again. We're going to Japan.
Okay.
Where Mike's just come back from.
Yes.
You were there for 2 weeks.
There for 2 weeks, about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Interesting place.
I want to go. I've not been, but it's definitely on my list of places to visit. So the Japanese, the genre of this is, by the way, is power metal.
Power metal. I like the sound of that.
But layered over it is the Japanese way of doing music.
Okay.
What happens is the Japanese will take a genre, and they, like any genre, death metal or black metal or jazz or anything at all, and then the way their music industry works is slightly different to how it works in the West, and it produces different feel to their music. So what I always describe it as, you get the genre power metal but with a Japanese twist to it. The Japanese, I'm not an expert, right? So I'm not an expert on Japanese music, but in my experience, the Japanese music, they seem to be much more tolerant to things like guitar solos. So they might have one at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end of the song. Whereas in the West, you kind of get verse, chorus, guitar break, chorus, the end kind of thing. I'm generalising, of course. You've not seen a single song that went like that so far in this, but it has a different feel to it. So this will have a different feel yet again layered on top, because there is a thing in Japan called visual kei, and it's a style. So if you see a visual kei band, you don't necessarily know what kind of music you're going to get. Because you can have visual kei that does kind of extreme kind of music, and you can have visual kei that does power metal, and power metal as a genre is fast, tends to have a melodic chorus that you could probably sing along to if you could speak Japanese. But but power metal bands, you go to like a European metal band, and it will power metal. They've fallen into a little bit of singing a lot about dragons and stuff, to be honest, and fantasy kind of elements. But power metal as a genre, you've got bands like Halloween, dueling, harmonised guitars. It has a power metal feel, and I could go on about it, but it's better if you just kind of experience it, of course. But like I say, on top of this one, you've got the Japanese twist on that, and I love the music coming out of Japan. I used to do loads of it on the channel, but the Japanese music industry does not like channels like this. They're getting a little better at it, I feel. They're coming into the 21st century, but they're very protective of their music industry kind of thing. They won't. And anyway, copyright.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. I mean, it's a whole subject, but you've made a music video to promote your song. Surely you want as many people to watch it as possible. And I don't make any money out of this. If they want to monetize their video on my channel, they have the right to do so. They can put advertisements and get money from me showing it on my channel, as well as the exposure. So I don't quite understand it. But
where's the downside for them?
There is no downside, but except that they want all of that, all of viewership to go through their channel.
Right.
So they can control the viewership in a way. They want all of the statistics and the clicks and and all of that sort of thing. Plus, I might say it's terrible. There is that side to it. They don't watch it and see if I liked it and then let it stay. I might go, this is awful, don't buy this, and shut the band down or whatever. Because I've got that much influence.
You have that much power.
I've got the power. But on one level, I understand them trying to control it, but it's social media now. You can't control it anymore. You have to kind of move with the times, I think. But that's a whole different thing, and not why we're here.
No.
So this is power metal. This is Japanese power metal. So it does have a Japanese feel to it, as well as the singing in Japanese, probably. I haven't seen this video, to be honest. This is a brand new one by Jupiter. There'll be a lot of Jupiter fans out there who've probably already seen it and may come here because the name Jupiter appears in the in the title, but this point of this video is I am introducing my friend Mike to the different genres of metal music. So if you go back to part 1, I don't know, I'm going to label these, but if you go back to the first in this series, you'll see me talking about what I'm going to do. So, and then on top of that, you've got the visual K thing. And visual K is a style.
Okay.
Literally a fashion, like New Romantic was back in, you know,
right,
that sort of thing. It is a fashion style, but the style doesn't necessarily say, as it didn't with New Romantics really. They were within some boundaries, but Visage was not the same as, I'm going off here, Ultravox. They weren't the same.
You've lost me.
Oh, okay.
I remember the New Romantic one, but yeah.
He was too young. Anyway, I go off on a tangent. I've been known to do that. So anyway, here's Jupiter. This is nothing like any of the other things I've shown you so far.
Well, nothing's been like that.
None of them have been the same, no.
It couldn't be more different.
Just put my earphone in. Okay, click there, click there. Click the wrong one. And we've gone!
We've disappeared!
And we're back!
Hey!
Hey! That's what happens when you click the wrong button. Damn it.
It's like...
damn, that guy on the left who looks like a walking anime character. He's so pretty. I'm so conflicted.
That is exactly what I was going to say. I hope the person on the left, as we looked at it, I hope they are female.
I'm afraid not.
No, I am confused.
Okay, just before you go any further, they're all men.
Okay. That's by the by. That's another
So you're just going to have to live with those feelings.
Okay. And I'm comfortable with those feelings. That was a roller coaster for me. That was really up and down. There was huge elements of that I really enjoyed.
Right. And
there were huge elements of that I didn't particularly enjoy.
Okay.
A lot of it was when they were singing, I suppose.
Because it's...
I suppose, yeah, because it's Japanese. I don't think the Japanese thing...
Well, the Japanese do have... They sing... Their voices have a lot of vibrato. And that might be...
I don't know. I just... The solo-y bits, you know, lots of guitar, lots of drums, love that bit.
That's power metal. Yeah. Fast. It must have been the bass player's day off when they filmed the video. But fast, harmonised guitars, you know, when they're both playing the same thing at the same time. Sorry, I know you know what a harmonised guitar is. I'm just being... Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
You know, lots of guitar work and bouncy, melodic, all of those things. That's power metal as a genre.
The other thing that I would say, the first thing I was going to say when we came out, that was 80s-tastic for me.
Yeah.
That was very kind of like, there was a lot of like, you know...
Yep.
A lot of kind of fist grabbing and...
Yeah, it
sounded very 80s.
It's quite close to what people think of as heavy metal, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But it's just a splinter. It's just this. Well, it's power metal. There's lots of double bass, but not in an aggressive way. No, it's not an aggressive sounding music.
No, there's nowhere near it.
It's fast, but not aggressive, and that's the difference between that and some, you know, a different genre. So you've got this bouncy, enjoyable.
Yeah. That was very enjoyable.
Sort of almost uplifting kind of music.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Rather than something that's fleshed out apocalypse, so it's faster, but it's like, we're not here to give you that uplifting feeling. That's for damn sure.
Dirty is the word I would use.
So Hazaki, the guy in the dress, is a famous guitar player.
Okay.
And another thing that happens in Japanese bands is they play in more than one band, which is not something that tends to happen.
No,
it's a bit strange. So he also plays in another band called Versailles, which is another visual K band. So they have the whole style thing going on. But yeah, that guy on the left, I always look at him and go, one, he looks like
anime. He looks like he's been drawn,
like he's been computer generated. He's kind of so
I did think of that at one point.
And he's like, damn, you're pretty.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, what can you do?
Never confused.
But yeah, they were all men. So
okay,
I just thought I'd get that in before, just in case you. I don't know what you're going to say, but so yeah, so you can see we've gone off in a slightly different direction to where we've been before.
Yeah, very much so.
But just as a genre, for all of the visuals and everything aside, and visual K is very, you know, the visuals are very important to them. Of course, it's a style thing. But that aside, the music is different. You know, it is a different genre. It does have its key things that you say. That's a power metal kind of sound and construction, if you like. And this is really good stuff. This is a really good example of it. It does have a Japanese bent to it, like in a Western song that you were going to put out as a single, you would not have a big drum solo in the middle. You just wouldn't do it, you know. Whereas I applaud the Japanese for having a tolerance for that. We seem to have lost it, I think, a bit in the West. We just like want the words and the chorus a little bit. I'm generalising, of course. Whereas there, the music is quite, you know, it's as important as anything else. I feel.
I love a drum solo.
And I know that, yeah, but you know, you wouldn't. It's very rare you would get that.
No.
Unless you had some super famous drummer, you know. So, we got this famous drummer in. We better give him something to do. So there you go. Power metal with visual K layered over the top from Japan. Well, that's what visual K is. So,
no, interesting. Like
interesting, yeah.
Roller coaster. Huge elements of that I really liked, but yeah, some that I was like, yeah.
I can understand that. You know, I don't like everything. Absolutely not. But you know, other people do, and good kind of thing.
Or if we all like the same stuff.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Jupiter. That's a new song, by the way, by Jupiter. Literally out March this year. I'm not sure. There is an album. Sorry, a new album. Legends Never Die. So check it out. I'm sure anyone who knows about Jupiter has already got it, basically, because it's, you know, they have a very keen fan base who will pop onto this video when they see it and be a bit confused about why we're not talking about it in the right way. But yeah, where are we going next?
Where are we going
Somewhere
next?
else. See you soon. Bye bye.